sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots.
Please welcome your 2026 New England Patriots.
Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And through the snowflakes, we are off from Foxborough. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A huge play right off the bat. 45 yards.
You talk about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
On first down, they go back to Henderson, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On third down, Henderson.
Henderson, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Pats are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the number 1 goal is to come out with a victory.
To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Christian Kirk. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Higgins sent in motion. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Patriots offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Left side, he's got Henry. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll run. It's Henderson. He'll push forward for about a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
Azeez Al-Shire on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. It's May. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that 1st down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. Texans offense ready for their second possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And he's taken down up past the 35. A big play after being backed up. 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll go again with Marks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Now it's the veteran, Dare Ogunbowale. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Stroud connects with Collins. And it's a 1st down for Houston.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Houston.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. We think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
20-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Kirk is the motion man. A little quick pass to the receiver, heading right. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Christian Kirk, touchdown Texans.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans move out to a 7-3 lead.
Patriots 3.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Henderson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Trying to locate Travion Henderson out of the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
He needed 13, and that's exactly what he got. By the nose of the football, it's a 1st down.
That's another.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
19 more yards. That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
They'll run with Henderson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done, and really nice job here by the defensive front.
On the run, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Pats are on top. It's now 10-7.
Texans 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. From the work, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Makes it third.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Schultz, the motion man. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Marks. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. An even 40 yards.
A gain of 40 yards. And the Texans first down.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
On the toss, it's Marks. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. The pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the 1st down chain, he just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
So, the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Toss, Henderson heading right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
Here's Noel. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Carry now to Marks. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Going to set up to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
So conventional wisdom says, all right, it's a snow game. The footing's bad. This is just going to be a slugfest and pound the ball. But it's actually the opposite. The offense actually has all the advantage because they know where they're going. So the passing game, if done right, can actually be a huge advantage in this sort of weather. And they're going to continue to test these guys in the passing game downfield.
The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
26. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9. To throw is May. He's got his man. Sean Butte. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big hit for the Patriots. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Texans' 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. Once more, it's Henderson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was second and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on third down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's first and 10. May going to hold on to this one. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. Here's a toss left side for Henderson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
From the 29, here's second down and 5. They'll try the left side with Henderson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
tackled back at
Some
the
defensive
33-yard
ends
line.
specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
That's another Patriots first down. First down and goal to go.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league, Mike. These slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break the route off, and it gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of 8 brings up second and goal.
Douglas in motion. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. On second and goal, here's the zone read. He will do it himself. He's in. Drake May. Touchdowns, Patriots. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The extra point is good. And the Patriots go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Texans 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Woody Marks. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's a handoff to Marks. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
On the move left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
It's 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on to punt for Houston. On the return is Jones. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Maynard on 1st and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now, May. They'll try and get there on the ground. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he got the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
A run, and this is Henderson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw now, May. He's found his receiver, Butte. The pass will stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here now, 3rd and 5. May gonna look to throw. This one, downfield, looking for Henry. And they're gonna move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 32
A huge play just before the half. 32 yards.
I love the aggressive approach. You don't want to give the ball back to your opponent in this situation. So they dial up a shot play, push the ball downfield, results in a massive play here late in the first half.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, right, Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the give, it's Marks. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On second down, Stroud. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk, and it'll be third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This is hot. He got the connection to Collins, and he will go all the way. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Douglas in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. May. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
oftentimes it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. Here comes a return. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. Start on the ground, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
And the Texans.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Right back to Marks on first down. And tough for defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. He'll go again with Marks. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Gain of a yard. And the Texans, first down. A gain of a yard. First down, Houston.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Now, toss to Marks, heading left. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
2. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. is May. They'll try to set up the screen here. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pick.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On the handoff, Henderson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. Here's May. They'll look to set up the screen here. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's May. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
From the gun, on third down, it's May. And that is incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for.
Incomplete.
And now it's fourth down.
Speed on the coverage.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Forced out wide.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd and long. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll try to run for it. He'll be taken down well short of the first down, gain of about 4. That brings up 4th down.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
The Texans getting all set to punt. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Once more, it's Henderson. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
Shire on the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something neat, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. On play action, Stroud. He'll find it. Big target. The tight end Stover. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll run with Marks. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down for Houston.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Marks. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
On the zone read, a give to Marks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
14 more yards.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will go up by 7.
The score, Texans 24. Patriots 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Off the play fake, it's May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and 3rd down coming up.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Really nice job by the secondary. It's clear the offense was trying to put some layers and take a deep shot to pick up this 1st down, but with nowhere to go, the quarterback's got no choice but to check the ball down. They do a great job tackling in space and keeps him short of the 1st down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
32-yard line.
The Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And tough with defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Higgins sent in motion. An inside give to Marks. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
Gain of 6. And the Texans first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Texans.
On the ground, it's Marks. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go with Chubb, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. Now Chubb loses the football. And And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henderson.
Henderson, the ball carrier. Kamari Lassiter on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And you will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On the carry, it's Stevenson. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
5-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. Left side, he's got Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 34
A
yards.
big one here in the 4th quarter. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Everyone talks about all the
line.
physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Pass completed to Douglas. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 for the 1st down. May gonna look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run. And He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
May to throw on second down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. New England going to take their second timeout. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's a big one. This third down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Henderson. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. And now the decision is go for 2. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here. And he'll get in. An incredible gutsy call. Pays off. They've taken the lead by 1. 24.
Great decision here, Mike. This was made well before that touchdown score. You want to win the game in regulation. You don't want to play for a tie and take your chances in overtime, but because there's less than a minute, not a ton of time for your opponent to go down and kick a field goal, this is the right move, and we'll see if it pays off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play.
What a defensive breakdown. Mike, it's the last play of the game. You have to keep everything in front of you and then just rally tackle. But instead, they let him get behind the defense. He does the rest after the catch, and this is going to take a while for them to get over this one. That is just a brutal loss.
So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And you could maybe put this one in the surprise column. They're a team certainly not accustomed to practicing in, much less playing in the snow. They had a game plan. They made it work. They're going to get out of here to warmer climates, warmed by a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.